Hi FPL managers, welcome back to the channel. As the Red Man FPL. My name's Ola. Guys, this should be the last video for game week 13. It's been such a sensitive game week that I think a lot of us have been torn between decisions to take, like between free hitting. Do you want to play a bench boost or do you want to triple captain? I for one will be going for a triple captain. I fancy HAALAND this game week. So guys, the reason for this video is just a quick touch up on my final team decision. Will I be sticking with the team that I have picked? So last game week I was on what, 41 points, and I wouldn't say it's the worst score points for the game week, but where it was decent in my opinion, even though we did lose out on getting Dewsbury Hall's point returns on the bench for the second game week, losing out on Dewsbury Hall's point returns. So guys, I'm gonna leave that at that because I've covered my game week 12 points review in the previous video, and I indeed showed a free hit drafting in that video. So I'm just gonna be covering my final thoughts around that free hit draft, which I think a lot of managers should consider as a decent draft team. I'm gonna touch on certain things that we could tweak about it, and I'm also going to talk about my final team selection for the game week. So guys, just hang around. The video is not too long, it's a very brief one. So so far this game week, there's been a lot more white cards activated, a lot more a lot more triple captains activated. So followed closely by was it the free hit chip? Yes, so triple captain and free hit currently are the most used chip. So guys, I don't know what managers are up to. I haven't hit my button yet, but I promise I would be on a triple captain. I fancy HAALAND. There's a lot of injury news coming from the Leeds camp. I think Starch is injured. They've got doubts around Rodon as well. So, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Doesn't really mean, and Longstaff as well is being ruled out. So let's see how that really works out for Manchester City. So guys, now just to touch up on my team for game week 13 and my final decisions around it, because I mentioned the video shouldn't be too long. So in goal, I've got Henderson. I'm sticking with my double Crystal Palace defense, so Richards also there with Henderson. I've got Konza from Villa, Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. So guys, I'm going to talk around the headache that I've got about this team right now. It's not a headache, just a decision making to take. In the midfield is Ismail Assar, Doku, Mohamed Salah, Dewsbury Hall, Buendia. Buendia is a headache in this team right now. And I've made a decision to probably squeeze all my midfield players in the starting 11 and then play just Thiago and of course Captain Haaland, who might end up being the triple captain. So guys, on the bench is the double Brighton guys. I've got Van Hecke, Welbeck, I've got Arsenal Saliba, and I have Dubravka on the bench. I have a feeling that there is a chance Arsenal would not keep a clean sheet. I mean, if there's any game week to go against Arsenal, I feel it's this game week. Even though they could prove everyone wrong, come back with a clean sheet, I will fancy my chances to play an Arsenal defender on the bench. I know. So the talking point around this is I know it's a bit risky playing double Crystal Palace against a Man United side, guys. So that's where I have got a little situation. I have thought about playing Van Hecke in that position, have Van Hecke play ahead of Chris Richards. But I'm like, what if there is a chance of a clean sheet? Why not take the risk? So I would really still like to play Richards, guys. But that's just one of the little headache in the team. So the other plan for the team right now, I'll take you all to the transfer page, is I've got one transfer in the bank. Team value is back to 100 million, guys. I don't know. I didn't mention that at the start of the video, but I need to chip that in. We're back to 100 million. So I could still afford some decent players with the value of my team. So the plan is probably get rid of probably Saliba. I really don't fancy the Chelsea officials. I think I could make that move, and obviously I can still come back to him. So the plan is probably go from Saliba to Nico O'Reilly. I do fancy the Man City defender, so I feel he could, make it in my FPL team, guys. Not just for the game week, but for the long run, guys. The fixture run is decent. So I feel I could absolutely do this. But another talking point is Liverpool. They haven't kept clean sheets in a long time. And guys, I don't know if I want to make that move on Virgil van Dijk. But guys, the next two games are so nice. Do you think making that move is gonna be right or wrong? So my opinion, I would stick with Virgil van Dijk. That's why I picked Saliba as the first choice to get replaced in the team. But yeah, this is just a transfer that I could make, that I could finally decide to go with. But for now, I'm not fully decided on it just yet. So guys, the team could come out looking like this at the end of the game week, or I could even take a -4, but obviously it's not worth it. I've got 0.9 million left in the bank. I could take a chance to probably upgrade this fella Buendia, because he's another headache in the team. Reason I say it's an headache is at the minute I'm not so sure he can, cover enough minutes on the pitch at the moment. Sorry, I'm not so sure he's got enough playing time on the pitch. So I could easily go Minte, take a punt on Minte. I do feel Brighton have got a chance against Nottingham Forest. So of course, even if they do lose, players like Welbeck and Minte would be a part of that attack. So I could play a 3-4-3 formation. In the midfield, I'll have Minte, Sa, Mohamed Salah, Doku. I've got worries about Salah actually. He played 90 minutes in Europe in the Crystal Palace game, so it's a bit worrying how many minutes he could play this weekend. But I'm very positive he's gonna start. He might play 65, 70 something minutes, but he's gonna start. They would need his energy in that attack to press. So guys, this could be my only other team move that I'll make for the game week. Saliba to O'Reilly, Virgil van Dijk to O'Reilly, one of those two, and I might just take a -4 if I want to upgrade on Minty, because guys, my aim is to try gain rank and to try change my season at the moment, and so far so good. It's been working just well. I've not got too much headache to have a decent team for this game week, neither have I got a headache for the future coming game weeks. And right now I've got a lot of chips planned already in place. So I'm gonna be on the triple captain right now, probably bench boost within the next two coming game weeks again, and we see what that does for the rank. So far, the overall team value is back to where it should be. So we'll see what happens with the overall ranking, guys. So well, that's it for now. The game should start at 3 o'clock, and it's gonna be a late deadline. So guys, deadline is 1:30. You've got enough time to make up your mind about your team decisions for the week. So meanwhile, I will show you my draft team now. Like I mentioned, the video is gonna be quite short. I've talked about this draft team in the last video, so if you want to have more knowledge about this draft team, I would advise you click the link and watch the last video. It will give you a clearer mind exactly what this team is all about, my reason for having a team like this, because some people see this team now, they say, where is Haaland, why is he not there? So I'm also going to talk around that bit right now. So reason I have a team like this is because I feel if you want to like gain rank over your opposition, maybe a manager in your mini league is a few points ahead, 15-20 points, this might be a way to play. Because take an instance, Haaland doesn't return against Leeds United. Quite, that's, the chances are slim, we know that, but take an instance he fails to return, you could easily capitalize on that situation by having a player like Watkins, Thiago, or Welbeck, or even Raul Jimenez. Right now, Atlanta Muniz is injured, so that gives Jimenez a lot of time on the pitch. Atlanta Raul Jimenez, he's gonna be a part of a Fulham attack. Their fixtures are not the worst. You could consider a player like that. He's gonna be a solid differential in your team. So I feel when you have these other players mix up in the team, instead of Salah, you could maybe go for Bruno Fernandes or Mbumo, mix up with an Arsenal player like maybe a Saka or Eze, who knows, or even a Madueke. These are differential players, and it's a free hit, especially if you're on a free hit. I think these are the teams and players you should consider. If they do return points, they would completely move your rank up because they are differential players. So guys, the reason for this, I just feel you could go completely different like that to gain, rank or get extra points over that guy that would also be captaining Erling Haaland. So if you have a team like this, you definitely will be forced to captain someone else. So I feel it's an opportunity to gain rank and just climb over whoever you're playing with in your mini league, or against, or trying to challenge against your in your mini league. So last option about this draft team would be have Watkins become Haaland quite easily. So now we see how much we got, 3.9 million left to pay. So we could get that off Salah going for maybe a Bukayo Saka or a Bruno Fernandes. I do like to go for maybe a Bruno Fernandes in my opinion, because the fixture for Saka is decent, but that risk of minutes, they play in Europe and everything, so I would probably go for a Bruno. Also decent fixture run, and easily I could get some more money to invest somewhere else in the team, upgrade a defender, upgrade another midfield player, So there are really good ways to play for the game week. But guys, I'm gonna leave the video at this point. I don't want to push it further. It's a decent game week. I've explained to you what my final team decision could be, and what team you could finally see at the end of game week 13. So yes guys, that's it for now. I hope there's been a decent bit of information for you to work on your FPL team from me. And if you enjoyed the video, kindly give us a like, subscribe to the channel. I welcome you all the new subscribers to my channel. Thank you for hitting that button, and I will see you all in the near future in a little bit. Hope we stay on the side of the green arrow. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.